Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop in Florida. Um, I apologize for the delay tonight. I was hooking up these new lights outside the house for around the perimeter of the house in the soffits, and two of the lights were actually like concreted into the the housing in the soffit, and it took a lot longer to get them out than I thought. Just mud daubers. I don't know if you guys know what mud daubers are. They're wasps that eat spiders, but they make these little nests, kind of these tube shaped nests in small spaces. They gather dirt or mud and mix it with saliva, and they make these little tubes. And they're not bad. If you see a mud dauber, please don't be afraid of it. Don't swat at it. It's one of the good wasps. It actually eats spiders. That's all they care about. They want to eat spiders, and they're very good at it. So if you see a mud dauber, just relax, take a deep breath, let them go eat spiders. But anyway, carving all that stuff out of it, it's obviously been years. The nests were abandoned. There's nothing in there, but the mud still remains. And trying to get those lights out of there without destroying everything, it was really hard to do. Really hard, especially in the dark. But anyway, shop pro tip: RTFM. Let's see who just popped in. Oh, hey, Liz. Shop tip is RTFM. Read the effing manual. And even if you know this stuff by heart, definitely check the manual on new parts and stuff. There might be updates, could be a QR code with helpful hints and tips and stuff. But just look it over. You don't have to memorize it or anything, but definitely read the manual. It always helps. Even if you know how to do it a million times, there could be new stuff. So just wisdom being passed along. This is being brought to you by Rockstar, which I don't think was featured until the third Fast and Furious film. So we can talk a little Fast and Furious, and the title of this is "It Only Took 23 Years for It to Happen." And I had some car fun today. Drove up to Orlando really early this morning and went to a charity car show, which was very cool. It was a Toys for Tots thing. You donate, and that's how you get into the show. Grabbed some Legos and some other cool car stuff and cruised up there. A lot of very, very cool cars there. Nissan 270R. I haven't seen one of them. There's 12 of those, maybe 15 of those in the world. Very, very rare car. That was cool. A lot of other cool stuff. Old school 70s Dodge Colt. I mean, it looked absolutely fantastic. Just looked like a blast to drive too. So anyway, a lot of cool cars in this car show. The other person, and they put this in the promotional material that was going to be there, was Hector from the first Fast and Furious movie and the seventh. And his real name is Noel, and he's very nice and very cool. And I had an idea. There's a famous misline in the movie, in the very first Fast and Furious movie, where Brian, who's played by Paul Walker, says Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with Spoon engines. That's a real thing. Spoon is definitely a tuner and an upgrade company with T66 turbos, and those are real, actual. That's a model name for actual real turbos. And then this is where it gets messed up. Or he says, and NOS, which is actually a brand name. The actual chemical is called nitrous oxide, and so it's like saying Kleenex instead of tissue, or Coke instead of soda or pop. And so it says NOS, and then he says, and a MoTeC exhaust, or a MoTeC system exhaust. Now, MoTeC is a legit company. They're an Australian company that they make very good engine management computers. And I'll show you what a MoTeC looks So this is your basic MoTeC. That's an M400. This is a very popular one. And what it does is it hooks into all of the electronics in your for your engine. So timing for the spark and throttle position and all of this stuff. And it's a computer that helps control all of that and makes your engine run smoother and faster. You can get in there with a computer and you can tune it and you can say more horsepower, more torque, more fuel, more air. You can do all of these adjustments. And that's what MoTeC does. And they do it very, very well. And they do it everything from F1 cars all the way down to, all the way down to they have a system for a Yaris if you really want one. So MoTeC does ECUs. What they don't do is exhausts. And what I've kind of put together from the movie and from the line that was said was that there was supposed to be a pause or a comma between MoTeC system and exhaust. But the way the scene unfolded, and it's kind of a tense scene, there's a gun pointed at his face and everything. And he says MoTeC system exhaust, he kind of rolls it all into one. That's not what I don't think. I haven't seen the script, but I'm willing to bet that it's supposed to say MoTeC system, comma, exhaust, or MoTeC system dot 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 exhaust dot dot dot. But the way Paul Walker delivered it was MoTeC system exhaust. So for 23 years, this has been kind of a running joke with car enthusiasts, because MoTeC, who makes ECUs, does not make exhaust systems. So you can, people have had fun with it. They're like, oh yeah, I just got my, new MoTeC exhaust. That's not really a thing. It's like saying strawberry pavement. You can't get strawberry pavement. So it's been kind of a funny thing. So at this event, Hector was there, and all of those parts were ordered for Hector. And so Hector was at the event today. So last night, actually yesterday, I picked up a piece of exhaust just at AutoZone or O'Reilly's or wherever the hell I was at, Advanced Auto, I don't remember. And yeah, it was at AutoZone. And it's just a regular 45-degree with bologna cut. It's just, a finishing piece on a regular 2.5-inch exhaust. It's nothing special. It's a $10 part. And I came back here with the label maker and I printed up a whole bunch of, I'll show it to you guys, a bunch of things to say MoTeC. And I didn't do the exact font and exact logo because I don't want to get in trouble with MoTeC. They're nice people. And I'm just having fun with this. This is supposed to be a fun thing. And I printed it out and put it along the edge. And I took it up to the event this morning and we got there a little bit early. I just wanted to get a good spot. We knew it was going to fill up. So we just wanted to get a good spot and not be one of the outlayers way in the back corner. And pulled up, and what was really cool is Noel was right there. He was already in his booth. He was signing stuff for people. He had 8x10. You could buy it at 8x10. He had like super rare Matchbox stuff and Hot Wheels stuff that he'd signed. You could also purchase that. So he was all set up. And so got in there early before the line started. And I'll show it to you guys. I'll show you what I brought him. It was really cool. Oh, forgot I have spare rocks in here. Take that inside. So this is the piece that I got, and you can see I just did MoTeC in 2 different directions, just with the red label, and then trimmed it, made it look halfway nice. And Hector was kind enough to sign my MoTeC system exhaust. And this is going to be just a fun piece to, hang on the wall in the shop. I thought this was very cool. And I asked him when he was signing it, I'm like, have you ever seen a MoTeC system exhaust? And he kind of giggled and he goes, no, I know the line, but I've never seen one before. And I was like, all right, so I'm the first guy. And he's like, yep, no one's ever asked me to sign an exhaust. So there you go. There's the very first one from the real Hector. Noel, And Noel writes as part of his signature, he does God First as his thing. Um, and he's excuse me, I'm trying not to die. Yeah, Noel is a devout Christian, very much into that. And when he's not doing movies, he's actually public speaking, and he does it at schools and um, uh, private functions and stuff. He's very eloquent. He has the portrayal. He usually portrays a Latino gangster sort of guy, but he's very smart, and he's actually a lot taller than you think. You don't think he's that tall, but you meet him in person. He's 6 foot. I think he's 6 foot at least. He might be like 5'10", 5'11", but he's a lot taller than you think. Super nice guy, but the good part about it is he makes that religion part of his persona, and he doesn't push it on you. The hardest thing for me with religion is when people push it on you, and he's not pushing it. He's just, hey, that's part of my person, and that's really cool. Very, very cool guy. Definitely a car guy. If you're wondering if Hector is a car guy or just an actor, oh no, he's a car guy, 100%. I don't know, I only talked to him for a couple of minutes, and I don't know how deep he goes, but he knew all of the basics, and he could absolutely hang with anyone that was at the Toys for Tots event today. He was doing just fine. So very, very cool guy. It was very cool of him to sign that for me. I really appreciate it. It's going to be a cool thing for my shop. And like I said, it only took 23 years. And he laughed at that too. He was like, yeah, finally, to get my exhaust delivered. So we thought that was pretty good. We had a good time with it. They did a great job at Winter Haven Cars and Coffee. The folks there were super nice, very professional. They had a huge pile of toys. The deal was if you brought toys, you got in for free. Otherwise, there was an admission thing. So when I pulled up, I told them that I had toys in the trunk. They're like, cool, go over there. One of those tents, they have the toy. And then by the time we left, they had just a huge pile. They're going to need 2 trucks. There's no way that's going in one pickup truck. So that was very cool. Again, a lot of cool cars. Same kind of exotics you see that all the other ones, but a lot of very interesting ones. Like I talked about, that 270R and the Dodge Colt was very cool. There's a really, really clean Mustang. Talked to a Corvette dad and his son, and I felt bad for the dad because the son was very much into Vipers, not so much into Corvettes, and had a really nice talk with them. Who else? There's a Ghostbuster, the 59 Caddy ambulance that was really cool. That was all Ghostbuster down. They had proton packs. They had all that stuff. There's Jurassic Park Jeep. There's a very cool rat rod. I didn't sort of a pro touring rat rod. I don't know if that's such a thing, but this guy had a really cool, very modern rat rod that I didn't get to check out much. And what else? Just a lot of cool cars. Really cool GT3 RS and what is it? Mexico Purple, or no, Pacific Blue, Mexico Pacific Blue. I can't remember the color. It's a really cool Porsche color. There was a GT4 RS in this. I don't know. It looked like candy. It's like a. God, I'm trying to think of the purple that it is. It's kind of like. It's kind of like that purple. It's kind of a muted purple. It's not very bright, but it was a really great color. And like I said, it looked like candy. It wasn't super gloss or anything. There's a great looking VW there, an old Bug. A lot of cool cars, a lot of really cool people, really nice people in Winter Haven. Had a really nice time. So when they do events again, I'll try and go back up there. What else we got? Yeah, it's a great turnout, and I don't remember where the Toys for Tots are going, but usually those are firefighters, fire station, Salvation Army, that sort of thing. So hopefully that's where they're. I didn't They said it on the flyer, but I don't remember where it went. That's my fault. So all in all, a very nice day, beautiful drive up to Orlando, and a beautiful drive back. Very little traffic. There's a little bit on I-4 coming back, but that's because it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So on a Saturday before Christmas, there's going to be traffic going to Disneyland and back. Yeah, just skirted around the backside of Disneyland, and then going there, we skirted. Yeah, we did the same kind of thing. We skirted around the backside, so you don't have to go through, the Wild Kingdom, or sorry, Magical Kingdom, whatever kingdom it is. But that was today, and that was a ton of fun. And it's always awesome to drive the fun car. I love doing that, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. I don't have the parts for the Miata power steering yet, but I do have the radio. So we can do a radio install on the Miata. I'll show you how to do that. And we've got there's always stuff to do here. So we'll try and do as much stuff before Christmas time. I also found out one of my friends is coming down from Ohio, one of the guys I race with, and that is obviously not this week. He's doing Christmas stuff with his family. But I think the following week he'll be down here. So we'll try and do a Facebook Live with him, and we'll talk to him about racing Lemons, racing an MR2. Oh, that was another car that was there. It was an 84 GTS convertible, Toyota Celica GTS convertible. And it was absolutely totally original. Original interior, top. Guy had only replaced the tires, the oil, and the gas. I was like, wow, it's a pretty cool car. Kept it in absolutely perfect condition. It's been garaged its whole life. It looked beautiful. So yeah, we'll do a stream with Brian when he comes down and talk with him about different cars and autocrossing and racing and gear and how much fun we have at the track and all of that stuff. So hopefully you'll join us for all that. And I can't thank you guys enough. Watching the subscribers just go up and up and getting all those notifications, it makes me feel great. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like what I'm doing down here and up in Ohio and when I'm out driving. So I'm going to keep doing it, as long as I can. I will, like I said, I'm not getting paid. I don't have any sponsors or anything like that. There's no ads. This is all for you guys. And I'm glad you appreciate it. That makes me feel good. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I'm glad you guys got to see this. I'll get some kind of, I don't know, like a shadow box or something, so I can hang it on the wall here, because this is a big deal. I mean, it took way too long for Hector to get his exhaust. Usually they ship out quicker than that. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. Don't forget to show someone that you love them. Give them a kiss on the cheek. Give them a kiss on the tip of their nose. Hold their hand. Give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it is far more important for you. Thanks, everyone. I will check you tomorrow. Have a great night. All right. Bye.